All it takes is a freaking screwdriver. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, you're gonna hit it a little bit.
You want to start unpalleting?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so we put this unistrut rack up top yesterday. So that obviously wasn't part of the original deal. And then they all go combine all the suction lines, put one correct size pump in, 4 sand filters. We were limited. It'll ramp up the speed of the pump depending on flow and all that. But on this job, they have 1, 2, 3 pumps, all separate suction lines, and then 2 filters per pump, as well as a heater for each individual system. And then they all go into one 6-inch return. So what we're gonna do is combine all the suction lines, put one correct size pump in, 4 sand filters. We were limited on the sand filters we could put in because if we were to do 2 horizontal filters, then the backwash pit would overflow. It can only handle about 1 filter at a time. It's right behind you there. We're going in with 4 36-inch round sand filters, 2 high efficiency heaters, plumbing it all in with 6-inch pipe, and we're gonna mount a lot of it to the ceiling here so it's up out of the way, make it easier to work on stuff. I mean, look right now what you have to do to backwash, right? You have to jump over all this stuff, change your valve position, and then, you know, backwash for a few minutes and put it back. And then good majority of this plumbing's leaking in various spots. That heater's broken there. The pump's gonna be on a VFD, so it'll ramp up the speed of the pump depending on flow and all that. This project, all said and done, is gonna be around $85,000. It's a lot of labor and it's a lot of materials. The one cool thing what we're gonna do is they have a Chemtrol 1555 here. What we're gonna do is take off the controller and upgrade them to a 5000 model, which will run the heaters as well as the pump as well. So it has a digital flow meter that will mount into the pipe and it'll read whatever the flow is, and we program the controller to maintain a certain flow rate. If it only needs to run at, let's just say 80% to maintain 450 gallons a minute, it'll only run that much. And then as the filters get dirty, it ramps up the pump to maintain that flow rate. And then at night, you can program turn down, so you can turn down your pump speed to say 60% and save a lot of electricity at night, all through the chemical controller. Just try to be as efficient as possible with the price of electricity. They'll save a ton of money on gas. These rate packs are 82% efficient. This one was working. This one we had a red tag, it's done. And then they have the old Lars Light 2, the tried and true. And this thing has outlasted these other 2 heaters. But yeah, I mean, this guy's sitting at about 70% efficiency at this point. And we're going in with 97% efficient heaters. So if you can save 15% on gas, you're doing pretty good. So this is it. We'll be all in the trailer.
What's your favorite part?
Yes and no. I like it right after this bit where it's like everything's out of the way and it's a nice clean slate and you can just start going after it. Start plumbing, you know.
So how old are these heaters? This whole setup, like when they do this was done?
Mid-90s, somewhere around there. Yeah. I mean, the pumps are newer, that's for sure. Model serial. Let's see what the serial number is on one of these heaters or filters. So these filters are so old that you can't even see the serial number on them. Let's see on the heater. There should be a date code on these ones here. This one was made in 2009 here. So this heater was definitely replacing something else that was here. That was probably similar. They probably had another Lars, but these filters are definitely from the 90s, somewhere around there. What we're doing now is just taking apart the heater. We save the copper, and I want to be able to just load up all the trash in the truck, take it to the dump without having to, you know, sort out any of the good stuff from the bad stuff. That's a good heater, but this time is done.
Has that exchanger ever been exchanged?
No, on these heaters, you don't do that. It just doesn't make sense financially. Looks familiar, huh?
Yeah.
Same, but bigger on the other one.
So how about you guys scrap all the metal from it?
Yeah, all gets recycled. The steel you don't get anything for. That's more of a donation to the scrap folks, but cheaper than throwing it away. All right, that heater's ready. I mean, it's like a daunting task, you know, having to throw away all this stuff here, right? But it's like the one saying goes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? Just gonna chip away at it.
It was a piece of insulation. I thought it was a possum. Sorry.
What? Pull that side up. So this should pop off here. Yeah, so take a look inside, you know. You see why we shut it down. The burners are completely shot in there. The refractory block is done. Just wasn't safe to operate. Burners down here are completely deteriorated. This guy can go. One more. I used to take apart lots of these heaters.
Really?
I mean, like hundreds and hundreds of heaters. So, like these particular heaters, you know every nut and bolt on every revision heater, how to take it apart the fastest way possible. It's like muscle memory. So yeah, that's the ironic thing. The newest heater in the room failed the first. I got the Icon open-ended wrenches from Harbor Freight for work. Oh my God, those things are great. I had one that had an issue, so I warrantied it. You know, it's like, I don't care. It's got the same warranty as Snap-on and Craftsman.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Craftsman's junk now anyways. It's all Chinese shit. It's not the same. Yeah. And the thing is, when you go to warranty the tools now, you know, like the old Craftsman stuff, they give you the junk now because that's all they have. Trick is you go like garage sales and like Facebook Marketplace. Nah, there ain't no old guys selling tools, man.
Yeah.
They take that shit to the grave.
Right?
Whoever's the heir to it, you know. And then the old man's rolling over in his grave. Most of the stuff we do around here is natural gas. We get some propane stuff when you're out in the boonies.
What do you think is the future of like just heaters in general? Is it propane or is it natural gas?
Nah, neither of those two. It's electric, for sure. Now with the new energy efficiency laws in California, on single family homes or multifamily homes, you have to have over 51% solar on your pool or a renewable heating source. So, you know, you could have a heat pump with electric solar. That suffices, but you need something like that. And then same thing with multifamily homes as well. Swim clubs, high schools, city pools, you're still gonna be your natural gas boilers and whatnot. There's no replacing that. I mean, it just take an enormous amount of electricity to heat a pool. Come on. Just cut the suction ends of the pumps off and then cut it at that T there. Yeah. Drain a little bit of the water out, makes the sand lighter.
What the heck? I didn't realize there was that much sand in there.
Yeah, these filters, yeah, that's 600 pounds.
Then you guys gotta scoop the sand out.
Today we'll use a shovel because it's faster than vacuuming it. When you go to replace the sand, you go through the top lid right here. There's a lot of liability with these pumps.
Yeah.
You know, and these are SVRS pumps, which are safety vacuum release system pumps.
Yeah.
So they have a safety feature built into them. You know, if you're expecting that feature to work, you want it to work. So, you know, I don't really want the liability if something ever were to happen.
Is this sand reusable?
No. No, sand wears out over time. It gets smooth and you're relying on the ridges in the sand to capture debris. So that's why we use crushed glass media. It's recycled. It's made out of beer bottles and Coke bottles and...
Oh, the sand?
Yeah, it's crushed glass media.
Oh.
So they crush it down and it filters to a lower micron than sand, as well as it lasts longer because it doesn't wear down like sand does. You know, that's that.
Maybe on this for a bit now.
Easier than cutting it. Good. that tilted.